Hey everyone, it's your boy Ricky here for Honeybee Stamps. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be making a card using the freebie that came with the orders over on Black Friday, so we're going to play around with that today. But first, I just want to talk about this onesie that I have on because I don't know if you could tell, but can you see all that sparkle? I'm like, shine bright like a diamond. Anyway, yeah, I love this thing. It's great. Today it was in the teens in Chicago, so pretty much our existence outside is over. So let's make a Christmas card then. So the first thing we'll do, or there's a couple things to do first. Subscribe to the channel, please. A bunch of great artists here. Secondly, click that notification bell so that you know a new video has come out. Third, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about this year's freebie. And fourth, share the love. If you know someone that may like this video, go ahead and send it out to them. It's free. Why not? Sharing is caring. So anyway, let's look down at the camera to see what we're going to be using today. Okay, so for today's card, why do I have the little circle up today? I'm not for sure what that's about, but let's go down to this one. Let's go in a little tighter here. There we go. All right, for today's card, we are going to be using the Brilliant White pigment ink from Honeybee Stamps. This is the little freebie here that we're going to be using. So cute. We're going to be using the What's Cookin' stamp set along with the coordinating dies. We're going to be using some touches of fancy with the pearls and the gems. We're going to be using this rustic brick wall embossing folder. And then we're going to be using a couple different colors of cardstock here to make this card. So, oh, and we're going to be using this stuff that I'm currently obsessed with. It's like glass shards. So we are going to get started. I'm going to set this up for the first step. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is make this brick wall look rustic, as the description of the product says. So I want to take some of this pigment ink and I'm going to place it down onto the raised bricks of this pigment, or I'm sorry, of the raised bricks of this embossing folder with the pigment ink. And we're just going to stamp it down. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's supposed to look rustic. And then I'm going to run this through the die cutting machine, and then I'll come back to show you guys what this looks like. Okay, so here is our rustic wall. This is what it looks like once we put that through the die cutting machine. And now what I want to do is I'm going to use these glass shards to make like snow on this. So what I'm going to take is the Honeybee glue, and I'm just going to kind of like make it messy. We're going to make it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. It's just going to make it fun. We just want the glass shards to stick. You kind of need to make a lot of glue for it because it needs to stick to the glue. But it's going to be hidden behind probably. And I probably should have cut this down first, but we will see how this works. This is card making. We mess up sometimes as designers, so I'll keep it in just so that you guys can see exactly some of the things that we mess up on. But I'm just going to pat this down a little bit just so that it sticks to the glue. And then just going to wipe my hand off. These are glass shards, but they're not sharp, so you don't have to worry about getting cut. All right, so we have some on there. You can tell that it's like really shiny. It looks like ice. We're going to set this to the side and let it dry, and then we're going to add some other things to it. But I'll be right back for the next step. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to cut this little guy out in pieces out of these different colored cardstocks. I'm not going to do that on the camera. It'll take forever, but I will bring him back so we can put him together, or put him together. So let me get all this set up. I'll bring him back in pieces and we will play with him. Okay, so this is the general idea of what this cookie is supposed to look like. I'll put him together offline, but I wanted to show you, see these circles? Those are where the eyes go. This is where like the little buttons go for the shirt. So it shows you where everything needs to go. There is a guide for this also, so you'll be able to help you with that as well. Now, I do want to say that if you did not get this with your order, they're out. There's no more of this. It was a limited supply. So if you didn't get it, I'm sorry, you can no longer get this with any purchases. So the next thing, right before we put him together offline, I'm going to widen this up again, and we're going to bring back our wall. One moment, let me get that out. All right, so we have our wall here. I want to add a little bit more on this because I want to be extra. And, you know, that's just how it is over here at Honeybee Stamps with Bromero cards. So we already have the ice on here, right? So I thought I would use some of this clear glitter and put that on there as well. I used it a couple times already for some other cards, and I'm kind of in love with it. So we're just going to do the same thing. Kind of just randomly put glue onto the wall. Again, I still have not cut this down, and I should have. But yeah. Then we're going to take the glitter and do the same thing that we did with the glass. We're going to pour it on top. We're going to press it down a little bit, not too hard. Oh God, what was I thinking with that? I should have used a piece of paper. And then we're going to shake it off. And then where there is glue, the glitter will stick. I feel like it needs more. I feel like we could spread this out here and then go like this and press it down. There we go. We'll see how that comes out. It should be great, but that still needs to dry. This glue dries clear, so it should be fine, and it'll kind of look like snow. So let me go put the gingerbread man together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so up next we are going to do the sentiment. I am going to be using the sentiment wishing you a sweet, or whisking you a sweet birthday. So we're going to be using this black piece of paper as a mat, so we could just cut out the middle of this so we don't have to waste any paper. The first thing we're going to do is use a powder tool to get rid of any static that's on the cardstock so that the powder does not stick to anywhere we don't want it to stick to. Then we are going to use the embossing ink here from Honeybee, and we're just going to stamp this out. We don't need to press hard because we don't want to distort the letters, so we can just stamp a few times. It's all right. Take a few moments to get it perfect, even though, you know, sometimes it doesn't show up to be perfect. Then we are going to go ahead and get this covered in embossing powder. Ooh. And here it is. Get this nice and covered up. Tap, tap, tap. Get that A covered up. That looks perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and heat set this, cut it out with the coordinating die, and then I'll come back and we'll start putting the card together. Okay, so we have everything here to start putting the card together. So we'll go ahead and glue the mat down to the card base here, and I guess it really doesn't matter which side we use. I think I'm going to use this side because it doesn't have the powder on it, so I'm just going to glue this down here. Okay, just want to make sure it's on the right opening side. There we go. Then I do have some foam tape on the back of this brick wall already, so we'll go ahead and remove that. And remember, I like to use liquid glue on this just in case I don't get it even. I have a little bit of wiggle room to get this in the right place. I have learned my lesson over the many years that I've done this, and this is the best way to keep from making that accident and having to throw away your card. All right, there we go. That looks good. Perfect. Look how shiny that is. All right, then we have the gingerbread man, gingerbread person, gingerbread cookie, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to sit him here just lightly because then I want to get the sentiment, and I want to make sure that we have this in a good place. So I'm thinking there is good. My head might get in the way. Sorry about that. All right, the sentiment's good. And then we are going to pick him up because he's a little off center. Actually, the sentiment is a little crooked. There we go. Got it. And then I'm wondering if we should put him here. Like that. We'll probably just put him in the up and down position. And I did put him together, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'll hold it up. But he does have the gemstones there, and then I also used the pearls for the eyes. And then I just realized his eyes and his mouth is a little off. It's fine. It's a cookie. They're not always perfect, right? It's fine. It's going to work out. Okay, so I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I appreciate you being here. Make sure you click the links down below for some of the products I used. Again, remember this gingerbread freebie is no longer available because they're sold out. So don't get mad at me or Honeybee Stamps because you can't get it. It's just they sold out. A lot of people bought stuff and, well, there's no more of them. But anyway, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, leave me some comments down below. Tell me what you think about the card. And lastly, share the love. If you think someone would really like this video, go ahead and send it out. So until next time, I will talk to you all soon. Bye.